The crappie's favorite bait ever is the emerald shiner minnow. You also know just how hard it is to keep them alive.
Problem solved. Can I add water? Ice cubes?
We're going to show you how to keep your minis alive and fresh for a full day of crappie fishing.
Okay, hack one is to pour some hydrogen peroxide into the minnow bucket water, and this will add oxygen into the water and helps prevent the minnows from suffocating over the course of the long day from overcrowding and a lack of oxygen. Hack two is to use ice cubes in sealed baggies in the bottom of your minnow bucket water, and this will cool down the overall water temperature. Warmer water loses oxygen much quicker than cooler water, so this will absolutely help keep them alive for longer. As we showed in the opening, never put the ice cubes directly into the minnow water, as the chemicals and chlorine will kill off the minnows pretty quickly. Same is true for cold tap water or bottled water like we showed in the opening as well. Okay, tip three, hopefully you know already, but you've got to have a good aerator at all times pumping oxygen into the minnow water, or they're not going to last for more than a few hours. Always remember, too, to keep a spare pair of batteries with you at all times as a backup, because they do get drained pretty quickly. Another simple but easy trick that most anglers don't even think about is to use two nice light styrofoam buckets and separate the minnows between the two buckets with two separate aerators. Obviously, this allows the minis to spread out, prevents overcrowding. They bump into each other, and that bruises them pretty easily and leads to more of them dying off a lot quicker. Give it a shot. It will work for you. Another common sense trick, but it's so important. When you use your dipping net to grab the one or two minnows you want to use, don't get a whole glob of them every time, because when you do that, you risk injuring or bruising the minnows by bouncing them up and down each time. Just grab the one or two each time and let all the others swim freely back to the bottom of the bucket. I know it sounds simple and even dumb, but trust me, the less that you handle the minnows over the course of the day, the longer they're going to live and be more lively. And that is the key to catching more crappie every single time. The next best thing to use if you just can't get live emerald shiner minnows in your area is these fluorescent green and chartreuse, pink, and hot orange painted lead head jigs like you're seeing here with blood red hooks. Again, the red hooks are paramount and lead to more active fish strikes every time, because red is the color of blood and mimics a wounded or dying bait fish. This will resemble dying prey, and it's a much easier meal for any predatory fish. Now, you've got to get yourself some of these heavily salt-impregnated squirm and squirt trailer skirts, because as soon as the salt hits the water, it drives crappie crazy, and the salt actually makes them hold on to the bait longer, just like with how bass plastics have a lot of salt impregnation in them too. These squirm and squirts come in 1.5-inch lengths, and they make the Magnum squirt, which you see here, in 2 1/4 inch, which we have caught a ton of largemouth bass on over the years, as well as huge slab crappie. Both bass and crappie love to hide out and cover, so you can catch both fish. We've caught more slab crappie over the years on the 1/8 ounce green and chartreuse jig and squirts that we showed before than any other lure. That color works in every type of water, color, and clarity. And get yourself one of these crappie rigs too here. They work great. Okay, to close things out, you want to make sure to remember, always find the cover in any lake that you're fishing to catch the crappie. Crappie love cover, fallen trees, wood piles, docks, areas of thick and heavy vegetation. This allows them to stay cooler, of course, and away from feeding predators who are always on the move. Crappie are also a schooling fish, so when you find one, there's usually more of the same school in that area. So if you're out on the boat, drop the anchor down softly and start the feeding frenzy. Crappie fishing is probably one of my favorite things in the world to do, and to boot, they're one of the best eating fish there is. So watch this video a couple times if you need to. Get all the tips and go get the slabs, baby.
Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Please like this video, hit the subscribe button before you leave, and don't forget to enable your bell notifications so you never miss another great video coming your way.